one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, and even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who Dat and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, WhoDatDaily.com is your site. The WhoDatDaily.com for the sport Who Dat in all of us. Check out the Pro Shop. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. So check out the Pro Shop and Who Dat too.
Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that?
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Number one sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Bookies pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, Who Dat Nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is say Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Who Dat? To the Black and Gold family, man. Saturday stream going down. We're in the building. Much love to the great Saint Think Tank. And like I've been saying for some time now, welcome, welcome, welcome. You're now rocking with the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys, where we have intense, entertaining, educating, and enlightening sport talk from your favorite sports family. What's happening, fam? Please hit the like button. I appreciate you guys for joining me on this Saturday. Hope you're having a pretty good Saturday in the reach down here. And where I'm at, man, in the city, it's cold as hell out here. It windy too. But much love to the fam. I appreciate y'all for being in the live stream. Much love to the fam. Thank you, Hoodie, for your super chat. Family said, what up, Q? Who that to you, my brother? I know you're about to talk about Watson, but I'm still all in on the J. Yeah, I know, bro. Had to send this super chat before I go to work, man. Who that to you and the Who Dat Nation. Thank you, brother. Hoodie. And be safe at work, my friend. Much love. Thank you for the super chat. All right, fam. So much love to y'all. Appreciate y'all being in the building. Much love to the entire Sports Coma family, the great Saint Think Tank, the whole damn enchilada. Much love to y'all. Uncle Paulie, Hoodie, 3L, Shedrick, Young City, Night Ward, John Thompson. Let's see what else we got here. Mr. Fire D, what's up, fam? Gabriel Thomas. Joe Wiley, what's up? Joe Kai, the great in the building. Bobby Walker as well. Much more. IBN, Ant-Man, and all. Brother Jerry's in the building. Nolans 504, Saints Pals Nation. Eric Howard, what's up, brother? E 504 Cole. And let's see what else we got. Brandon, what's up, fam? Josh Goat 23, Big Bull Hoffa. It's Poppy 504. Who else we got thanking the fam? Brother Tim Dunn in the building. Pelicans Nola. Brother Prime is in the building. What's up, Brother Prime? What's up, Chris? Good to see you, fam. Much love. Yeah, it's been a while, bro. Where you been at, man? Yeah, sometimes you just be listening and you don't chime in. You just be listening. That happens sometime too. Ken Rasa, who that to you as well? Who that Dana? What's up, baby? Kevin, what's up, Kevin? Thank you, fam, for being here as well. Thank you, Brother Prime. He says, Big Q, Watson, too expensive. Yeah, we're going to go over a couple of little things here, fam. You know, we talk about it all. Quite a few stories to cover on this Saturday rendition of the Coma. Some more restructurings have occurred. We're going to go over that. We're going to talk about some other stuff. And, of course, the mock draft. And I'm opening up the phone lines today as well. So much love to the fam. Thank you Brother Prime. Appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Fire D. Thank you, fam, also for your super chat. Appreciate you as well, fam. Appreciate you. Thank you. All right, so much love to that, Brother Yin. I see you, Yin Grant, as well. Randall Baker, what's up, fam? Appreciate you. House of Twigger, Tyrone Jones, T.D. Isley, what's up, fam, as well. Much love. The Truth Hurts is in the building as well. GM Kev, Tragic 504 Colorado, what's up, fam? Brother Andre, what's happening, man? Farouk Obasi, what's up, Farouk? Keelan and the rest of the fam. What's up, Brandon Reese? What's up, Keldrick? Who that to you? Snake Bright, Brandon Reese. All right, and the rest of the fam. Jameis, 2-time Super Bowl MVP. Jay Nola, Slim Salt 504, and the rest of the fam. Much love to the queens and kings of the coma. Hope y'all having a fantastic Saturday. What's up, Brother Vine? Who that to you as well, fam? Appreciate you. Much love to the fam. What's up, Benny? All right, so with the rest of the fam, man, I appreciate y'all being up in this one, man. So we're going to roll it. What's up, KB? Who that to you, baby? Benny, what's happening, fam? Smallville, thank you for your super chat, fam. Says, who that Big Q? Now that New Orleans is looking at Watson, and if they don't land him, they can't say they don't have the money to pay JW. Yes. No more sucker deals. Hashtag no more sucker deals. Yes. Love it. That's a good one, bro. You might have the comment of the night right there, bro. Thank you for that, man. It was funny. All right. So, yeah, that's true. What's up, KK? Much love to you, Queen. DB in the building. What's happening, fam? Swag and the rest of the peeps. Much love to y'all, guys. Appreciate you. Yeah, hey, we talked about the Jameis, and listen, you know, Jameis Winston gave the black and gold 2 cheap deals. The first one involved him firing his agent. He had second stringers making more than Jameis. And then, of course, the second year he came back, got 3+, got $3 million on that. And then, of course, the next time around, you're saying to yourself, hell, Jameis Winston should bank out. And remember, he bet on himself last year, fam. Remember that? He bet on himself last year because last year was the one year that he was going to use to get the deal for this year. But it just worked out because the trades that occurred, and listen, it's been a absolute fest in terms of quarterback snatching. Green Bay got ahead of it, gave Aaron Rodgers this big, ridiculous deal. Seattle got from up under Russell, Wilson, flipped them over to the Broncos. You've seen the Colts get rid of Carson Wentz, pack and ship him to the Commanders. So you had some movement happen, and then one of the shoes to drop is the Deshaun Watson, which is 3 things that, remember, one of the family members asked me about this the last stream. We kind of touched on it a bit, and while I'm like, and I said 3 things, and I'm going to tell you that in a moment. Let me finish thanking the fam. True Louisiana, Nola Bars, and the rest of the fam. Appreciate y'all being here as well. I know I got some glitchiness going on right here. I know y'all can still hear me fine. I'm pretty sure that'll clear up. But much love. But anyway, Jonathan, what's up, fam? What's going on, fam? Good to see you. But this is the thing we talked about when we made mention about the Deshaun Watson situation, which is the fact that there were several things that were occurring. Number one was the big problem was the legal issues. That's number one. For him, he had to get from up under the legal issues, right? Number 2, which he did, that came out that the legal issues, and we're gonna cover a little bit of that today. That he's clear of that. Number 2 was the money. So once you get past the legal issues, there's the money. The money is like he has a big fat contract. Currently, the Saints are still in the red. So they will have to package picks, 2 first rounders, 2 second rounders, and a player or something like that comparable to meet up with the contract so the Saints can absorb his contract. And then the third thing is draft compensation, which is a mixture of 2 and 3. So that's a lot of stuff for you to give to get a Deshaun Watson. Word on the street is Carolina's interested. How can they be when they got Sam Darnold eating up $19 million of their money? You know, and they stuck with him. So, I mean, it's really insane, you know, the thing. He's a terrific. And remember, the Saints had an opportunity to get that man, you know. But anyway, We're going to cover that today. So much love to the fam. Yeah, man. Yeah. They don't want us to hear about it. I got you, I got you, Pelicans Nola. All right. So much love to the fam. Please feel free, man, to hit upon. Yeah, I know, Kevin. They asking for a lot, man. They want a king's ransom for Deshaun Watson, man. They really do. But anyway, let's keep it going, fam, on this one. Let's keep it rolling. Please feel free to hit upon the like button. And we're going to keep going on with this thing. I don't know why it's glitching up like that, but right now we're just going to keep it going. Having little issues with that, but it should clear up. I don't know what's going on with that. My indications is reading that it's fine. Sometimes you just don't know. But anyway, let's get into it, fam. Much love. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And join the Sports Coma, man, as we're going to get into the Deshaun Watson. Hold on. Let me get a chance to kind of set it up here. Because that's the subject, really. The show was going to start off with AK-40 about Alvin Kamara getting his restructuring. But, of course, hold on here. Give me just a second, fam. Let me get it set up here. I thought I had my top story, which was the Deshaun Watson situation already set up. So give me just a second. Let me situate my stuff here so I can get in position here. All right. Hit the like button, fam, as we get going in this thing. And like I said, it's interesting. The Saints are doing their due diligence. A lot of family say, well, Q, why the hell are they looking at trying to get Deshaun Watson? You know, what's going on with that? They're doing their due diligence just in case they feel the need that they might lose Jameis Winston. You know, it could be a situation that occurs where the Saints, if the offer is too high, which I don't think it will. I don't think somebody's going to blow this Jameis out of the water by giving him a big fat offer, but I do know he wants more than the $3 million he got, and perhaps $6 million and I'll say 3-year deal to Jameis, anywhere between 5, 6, or 7 million for 3 years, 2 years with an option on the third, something like that, and draft the quarterback in the second round, or if one falls to you in the first, to put behind Jameis. And this is a draft full of wide receivers you can just load up and get the talent that you need. The Saints can be diligent. They'll have a lot of picks this year. They just have to pick smartly and operate, and do the things they were supposed to. But let's get on into it, fam. Let's hit the like button for you, please, and get into it. First story, Saints weren't interested in Deshaun Watson under Sean Payton, but post-Payton, they are. And this is nothing new, and several other teams were talking about it. NBC talked about it. Other people talked about it as well, about what's going on here. Now, in 2017, the Saints were preparing to select Patrick Mahomes with the 11th overall selection in the draft. They came within one pick of getting him. And, of course, you know what happened right there. Andy Reid jumped ahead of him. When the Saints were on the clock that year, they could have had quarterback Deshaun Watson. But guess what? To get him, we would have missed out on Laddie Daddy. So they picked Laddie Daddy with the pick. Watson went 12 to the Texans, who traded up with the Browns. Now, Coach Payton is gone. Watson wasn't an option at number 11. Mahomes would have been. Now, Coach Payton talked about that. Thank you, Big Bull. He says the Houston Texans general manager, Cesario, wants at least 3 first-round picks for Watson. I want Watson. We won't find nobody better in the draft. That's true. There's not a better quarterback in the draft, but that is very high compensation. And the fact that, and to tell you what, Big Bull, a lot of teams are going to be vying for his services, and this article will kind of back me up on that. Thank you for your super chat, fam. That thumbnail. All right, so let's keep it going. Man, you crazy. All right, so let's keep it going. Now, Peyton saw Mahomes being a significantly better prospect than Watson. With Peyton now going, and despite a high degree of continuity on the coaching staff, the Saints are indeed interested in Watson. Now, PFT has confirmed whether the Saints can make the move remains to be seen. Of course they can. They can do it if they wanted to. They still have plenty of cap work to do, and they'll need to figure out how to incorporate Watson's $35 million. That's right, $35 million salary under the 2022 cap. And then there's the question of compensation, along with all the important issue of whether Watson will waive his no-trade clause for the Saints, which word on the street he would. It's no coincidence that the list of teams that are and could be interested in Watson is growing in the hours since he learned he won't be prosecuted on 9 different criminal complaints. By our count, the list now includes the Panthers, Eagles, Seahawks, Buccaneers, Saints, Vikings, Browns, Cardinals. Do you really think that the Saints are going to get this guy with all these other teams vying for him? And then the reality is they can do it if they wanted to, fam, but why? You know, I know he's a good he's a very talented quarterback, but you're not in shape. You're not in shape to incorporate that in $35 million and all the draft compensation you're going to give up to acquire his services. I just don't see, you know, I understand you like the guy and you think he'll be a good option for the next 4 or 5 years, but my goodness, the Saints right now financially are just not in shape to incorporate that massive contract into their books. They'll have to give up several players to get him, a bunch of draft picks, all kind of stuff to get him up in here. And we still got a lot of work to do. Nola Nerd, thank you, says Watson is worth 3 first-rounders. Who that? Thank you, Nola. And his brother Prime says Squirrels, no more Williams trades. Jameis. All right, you want Jameis. All right. All right, there are mixed reports as to whether the Steelers are interested. They should be given should be given that their current starter is Mason Rudolph. The Dolphins reportedly shut the door on a trade for Watson since GM Chris Greer didn't say that Miami has no intention to trade for Watson. We'll take Greer at his word. Now, the Raiders could possibly be in play if the Texans were willing to bring the brother of David Carr to town and if Carr was interested in playing for Houston. New England-rooted relationships make it easier for the two teams. They get on the same page. Wherever it goes, it should be going quickly. The most important question continues to be, where does Watson want to play? Now, there's a lot of options there. We talked about, look at the list of teams here. All these teams want quarterbacks. Panthers, I don't know why the hell the Eagles, what the hell are the Eagles doing up in here poking around? You know, what you talking about, Philadelphia? What you trying to do here? You trying to get from up under Jalen Hurts? And then, of course, Seahawks. We know the Seahawks, they need a quarterback. The Buccaneers need one. The Vikings, rumors is they're trying to get rid of Kirk Cousins. Browns is looking at somebody. And then, of course, the Cardinals. What you trying to do, Arizona? They trying to make it right with Kyler. So it might be still some movement to happen here. A lot of teams that have quarterbacks peeking around or sniffing around. So with that being said, in terms of the Saints, fam, I just for the life of me, I don't see how that would fit well with the black and gold. That would be a lot to surrender to get this brother, man. That's a lot. Several first rounders, several second rounders to get Deshaun Watson, absorbing his $35 million, which you yourself is, I think the Saints roughly about $5 or $6 million under the cap now after the restructurings. We'll revisit it a little later on in the show. So we'll keep looking at it. Like I said, it's the Saints fiscally are not in shape. They will have to do a lot of stuff to kind of absorb that contract. They still got free agents that they have to sign. There's still other things that they got to do as well. They got to improve the offensive line, find out there. The Alvin Kamara debacle, you're going to need somebody there. It all complicates things when you absorb $35 million contract from Deshaun Watson. It does raise the overall talent level of your offense, that's for certain. But, you know, I don't know if this is the year for Deshaun Watson to be a black. That's a lot of freaking money to bring in here, to bring in here. Prime says, fam, 1 Jameis, 2 for Watson in the chat. All right. Thank you, fam. Put one for Jameis or 2 for Watson. Now, that's a Prime. All right, Prime wants a poll. Okay, he wants to know the poll. Okay, everybody's saying Jameis. I see you, LM. What's up, fam? Clean hands. I see you, fam. No, Nola Ball says, BQ, I have a question. Why aren't teams trying to get Jordan Love as a starter after the Rodgers deal? That's a very good question. And I don't know if they feel like Jordan Love is a quality option at the quarterback position. You would have to give up probably a second-round draft pick or something like that to give him, but that's not exactly a bad idea, for them to look at Jordan Love. It's not much, and you look at his statistics to brag about, but from a talent perspective and potential standpoint, the kid got some skill. So we'll see where that all falls out, but that's a great question there. All right, Derek, what's up, fam? Derek says, Derek Cropper says, give Houston what they want for Watson. A lot of black and gold want Watson, man. All right, free game. What's up, fam? Says, if I'm the Cardinals, I'm trading Kyler for Watson. Wow. regardless or not, I don't think the Saints will be the best people that end up with this guy. It's a lot of other teams that have more, that have some better cap flexibility, better draft compensation, to be able to make a deal with the Houston Texans to acquire a guy like Deshaun Watson. There are a lot more attractive offers that can be given. We'll start to see him, but Deshaun Watson won't last a whole week or two. This stuff is going to get resolved probably within the next 5 days or so. So we'll move on to the next one here, fam. Let's go to the next one. The Saints restructured the contract of Laddie Daddy. New Orleans Saints have restructured the contract of Marshawn Lattimore, putting them within the range of getting under the cap. This is coming from Canal Street Chronicles. The New Orleans Saints have restructured the contract of star cornerback Marshawn Laddie Daddy Lattimore. Now, this is coming from Rappaport of the NFL Network. The move turns the $18.45 million of Laddie's base salary cap into a signing bonus, which created the equivalent amount in cap space. This has allowed the Saints to get down to roughly $5 million over the cap per Underhill. And you can see the tweet right there by Rappaport. And of course, Lattimore's restructure has followed a string of other recent moves to help the team get under the new cap for the 2022, which is the deadline is March the 16th, which is set a $208.2 million earlier this month. To comply with the salary of the cap, the Saints must get under the amount by March the 16th. They're now well on their way to doing so with only $5 million of an initial roughly $79 million to go. With this, 1 or 2 more contracts being restructured should be enough to send the Saints under the 208.2, and anything beyond that, they should be able to clear to sign free agents and draft picks. So, and then of course the following, these are lists, and they were kindly enough to kind of document the list of people that were restructured. Okay, as you can see, Mike Thomas is 14.5, Ramchek's 18.2, Andrews got the 9.7, converted to $6 million he freed up. Malcolm Jenkins 3.4, Cam Jordan and Tanu Passanyo 12.4. Alvin Kamara, will cover that one in a minute. And Laddie Daddy at the bottom now. Now, overall, as normal, we should expect the Saints to get under the cap for 2022 somewhat with ease, as they hadn't had to cut anybody or trade anybody as of yet, while they could do so to free up more cap space for free agents they have not as at this moment. So per Nick Underhill of the Moment writing this, the Saints have moves available to get roughly $20 million under the cap without extending Teron Armstead. The Saints have the moves available to get more than $20 million under the cap without extending Armstead. So we'll see if they do that. So the Saints get up under the 79 and free up $20 million. And smart savings, guys, signing guys in the free agency period to help out the wide receiver room, DJ Chalk and, or his equivalent second or third level free agents, wide receivers, maybe a veteran tight end to come in to compete in the tight end room, some backups there as well to kind of help get us there. Smallville, thank you, fam. He says, Big Q looks like JW won that poll going away. Yeah, a lot of people, yeah, absolutely. Jameis Winston is a favorite of a lot of the Who Dat Nation. He done showed that he belongs here. And I don't think that what he's going to command in free agency should be enough for the Saints to say, whoa, we can't afford that, family. I'm thinking that Jameis, if anywhere between 5 to 7 or even 8 for a 2 or 3 year contract, maybe 3 years should get him 3 years locked in, will provide some flexibility and stability for the position for the black and gold moving forward. If continuity is the theme this year, and it appears that it is. All right, let's move on to the next one. It's from CBS Sports. Alvin Kamara becomes latest Saints player to restructure contract ahead of free agency. Saints are trying to get up under that cap, and they're getting close. Saints are working frantically to get under the salary cap for the start of the new year next week, and have found a way to save significant amounts of cap space on Friday, day after it was reported defensive ends Cam Jordan and Passanyo restructured their contracts. Alvin Kamara restructured his current contract with the team. According to Phil Yates, the Saints converted $10.5 million of Kamara's 2022 compensation into a signing bonus, thus creating $8.4 million in cap space. The restructuring of Jordan and Passanyo created $12.4 million in salary space, and at $45.2 million over the salary cap before the moves. The Saints are trying to get under the salary cap by the 16th. A Pro Bowl each of the 5 seasons, Kamara endured his least productive season to date. In 21 last season, his first Without quarterback Drew Brees under center, Kamara rushed for just under 4 yards per carry. He just caught 47 passes after catching at least 80 balls in each of the first 4 seasons. Now, Kamara, who missed 4 games last season due to injury, still managed to average 102 all-purpose yards per game while helping the Saints finish the year with a winning record. Now, Jordan finished with 48 pressures. He had 12.5 sacks last season, earning his 5th consecutive Pro Bowl berth. He recorded his 4th double-digit sack season and had 107 sacks in his career. Jordan finished with 55 tackles, 22 quarterback hits, anchoring the Saints defensive line that finished 8th. That's right, 8th in the NFL with 46 sacks last year. Let's get that up into the top 5, shall we? Passing 14 pressures, 4 sacks for the Saints last season in a reserve capacity, playing 213 defensive snaps. He also had 18 tackles, 8 quarterback hits, and passing had a cap number of 3.2 and 22 the final year of his contract. So yeah, passing at one time was doing really good for the black and gold. He was even leading the team in sacks for a little bit before he got hurt. Then he disappeared off the face of the earth due to injuries. I thought he would come back later on. Not even close. But we had good depth. Young guys got a lot of burn at the defensive line position, so it worked out. All right, so what's up, Who That Guy? What's happening, fam? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Much love to you, brother Tremal. I see you. Lori, what's happening, baby? Nola 2 Trill, what's happening, fam? Appreciate you. LM Tab as well. Much love. Brandon Reese, big ups to you. All right, Evil Genius. I see you, Evil Genius. Much love to y'all. Appreciate Uncle Paulie. I see you, Uncle Paulie. What's up, Arnold? Appreciate you. Who that to all y'all, man? Please feel free to hit upon the like button, baby, if you ain't already hit it. And if you ain't a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. Jerome, I see you, fam. Brother Rush Hour, I see you, fam. Much love to y'all. Appreciate y'all. All right, so let's move on to the next article right here. And of course, this was the one I was looking for. I must have had it lost. No indictment for Texans QB Deshaun Watson over sexual assault claims. Now, the previous article I covered talked about Deshaun Watson, the Saints' interest in Deshaun Watson and what they possibly could want for him. This one talks about the fact that no indictments occurred. A grand jury on Friday declined to indict Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson following a police investigation sparked by lawsuits filed by 22 women who have accused him of harassment and sexual assault. The grand jury's decision came after a year after the women first filed their suits accusing Watson of exposing himself, touching them with his you-know-what, and kissing them against their will during massage appointments. One woman alleged Watson forced her to perform you-know-what. 8 of the women sued Watson, filed criminal complaints against him with the police, and appeared before the grand jury. The 2 other women who didn't sue Watson had filed police complaints. The FBI also had been reviewing the allegations. Watson and his lawyers have denied the accusation. His lawyers have said, quote, some sexual activity happened during some of the massage appointments, but he never coerced anyone. So he was out there getting his freak on, but they was down with the freaking. That's what he was saying. So what's going on here? What's happening here? That's not a good message right there, Deshaun. That's not what's supposed to be going on, bro. They talking about giving you a massage, and you running around here acting like Robert Kraft cheese ass. All right, Prom says prediction hour 2022 QB Jameis and Teddy. Okay, yeah, well that could work. That can work. All right, so anyway, Watson's attorneys have called the lawsuit against him a money grab, and that ain't the only thing being grabbed, and claimed that all 22 women who filed suit are lying. A strategy some experts and advocates say is relying on long-used tropes designed to minimize such accusations. The 22 women who are being represented by Busby, who as some of his clients have faced criticism and even death threats. That's terrible. Even before the lawsuits were filed in 21, Watson had asked to be traded. The trade request and lawsuits kept Watson out all last season. The Texans were expected to try to trade Watson this offseason. The civil case against Watson will continue as attorneys for the 22 women have begun questioning him during depositions that are part of the lawsuits. Most of the women have already been deposed by Watson's attorneys. No trial date has been set for the lawsuit. So he gets, in terms of the criminal situation, but now the civil matters will come. The lead attorneys in the case are 2 of the best known lawyers in Texas, Rusty Hardin and Watson's lawyer. So he got the money to hire some of the best lawyers with the best connections in the state of Texas, huh? Well, I mean, like I said, it wouldn't be You know, it's like, oh, they just trying to railroad them and all this kind of stuff. Let me tell you something. It kind of muddies the water if you feeling on the massage people and then you up there getting your freak on with the ladies and then saying, oh, they lying. So you mean to tell me, then I'm saying, okay, so there was no sexual activity with none of these women, right? Well, Your Honor, you see, see her and her and her. You see what I'm saying? That muddies the water, but, you know, he got out of it, but he going to come up with some money, I'm telling you, from the civil case, man. So there it is. But anyway, let's move on to the next one here. New Orleans Saints linebacker Craig Robertson announces his retirement from professional football. During his career with the Saints and Browns, Robertson tallied career totals of 556 tackles, 9 sacks, and 10 interceptions as he retired as a Saint. So that's big ups to Craig Robertson, who came here. We brought Craig in here, man, and he just fell right into it, to Who Dat Nation, man. So New Orleans Saints former linebacker Craig Robertson announced his retirement today from football. And of course, everybody liked Craig Robertson, man. Craig was a fantastic player and leader and a consummate professional through his time with the Saints, said executive VP and general manager. You know it. When he arrived in 2016, Craig instantly became a leader in the locker room and was well respected by his teammates and staff. It was a pleasure watching Craig's passion, toughness, leadership ability on the field and our locker room and in our community. We thank him and wish him, his wife, Brittany, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, Brittany, and their children all the best in their future. He got a bunch of girls, I won't say. I remember Craig first joined us in 2016 when I was entering my first full season. Defensive coordinator Dennis Allen said, head coach now. Craig was everything that you look for in a player: smart, hardworking, and versatile. He poured all of those attributes along with his God-given talent into our building every day, providing a leadership coach needs for a young defense to build. Craig also had the same impact on our special team units, which also continue to build with his hard work and leadership. I congratulate Craig for what he achieved in the NFL playing career, and I thank him for his contributions to the New Orleans Saints. So, yeah, hopefully, Craig Robertson, yeah, man, hopefully Craig could come back in a capacity to be maybe a linebacker assistant coach or something like that. Something similar to what like Zach Strief did or is doing now for the Black and Gold, as he's like an offensive line assistant. That would be cool to see him in that role. All right, thank you, Brother Craig. Also, James Winston. Let's go to the next one. James Winston. I said James. I'm tripping. I'm sorry, y'all. I said James Winston. Jameis Winston leads Teddy Bridgewater among NFL Saints best bets at QB. This is from ESPN's Triplet. Whether or not quarterbacks Roger or Russell are realistic possibilities for the Saints, two things remain true. Quarterback is still the team's top priority, of course. Free agent Jameis Winston is still the front runner to return as New Orleans Saints starter. And of course, this is what they were saying about it. We're approaching the quarterback position with a sense of urgency, that's for sure. GM Mickey Loomis told reporters last week, hopefully we can get something done with one of the guys that's available. And Jameis is certainly an option for us, and hopefully we're an option for him. And remember what the Saints' philosophy is, fam. The Saints are what the Saints are doing is pretty much letting the market decide the value of the players. That's what's going on. That is the approach other teams are willing to give them. But remember, Jameis Winston is listed as the top quarterback available in free agency by a landslide. So there are a lot of quarterback hungry teams that's out there that might elevate his number. But regardless or not, I think anywhere between 5 or 8, and if they get desperate, maybe 9, but the Saints should be able to match to bring Jameis Winston back here. So, we'll see. Those guys, as we keep it going, those available guys now include free agents the Saints hold in high regard: Teddy Bridgewater, who won't be back as Denver starter after they acquired Flip Wilson, Russell Wilson in a trade on Tuesday. One way or another, the Saints won't shortchange themselves at the position despite salary cap restraints. Rodgers, who announced Tuesday that he's returning to the Packers. Wilson may have been a long shot, but it's clear the Saints plan to aim high as they can in the quarterback market with the intention of trying to win another NFC South title in 2022 under coach Dennis Allen. Now, Loomis has stressed repeatedly the Saints don't plan to rebuild in the wake of Coach Payton's departure. And even if they wanted to rebuild, Loomis said it would be difficult to count on landing the quarterback they want in this year's draft since they picked 18. You just don't know what's going to fall to you, number one, and so it's hard to get to target someone. It's hard to target someone, says Loomis. Even if you decide you want to move forward, he says you're limited in moving into the top 8 or 10 picks. It's really difficult. It's expensive in terms of draft capital you'll have to give up. It's unrealistic typically. Well, I mean, it's not unrealistically if you really want to move. If you got a player on the board that you fancy and you want to grab at them, you'll make it happen. It can happen. It's not impossible, but it's pretty difficult to predict. And of course, it's possible the Saints draft a quarterback. That position will remain a top priority until they lock in a long-term solution. It's just too hard to count on in the draft as plan A, especially in a year when most analysis agree the depth of elite talent is shallower than usual. Here are the New Orleans best bets. Case for Watson. This would probably be a no-brainer if Watson hadn't torn the ACL and his left knee in week 8 last season. Former number 1 overall draft pick, Heisman Trophy winner, went 5-2 in his first season as the Saints starter with career-high passer rating of 102.8. Most importantly, he proved he can overcome the turnover issues that plagued his first 5 seasons with the Bucs by throwing 14 touchdown passes with 3 interceptions. Winston's passing numbers weren't prolific. He averaged 186 passing yards per game in his 6 complete games and completed almost 60% of his passes. However, a lot of that was a product of New Orleans' game plans while relying heavily on his defense and run game, having little proven talent at the wide receiver and tight end positions. Getting offensive line player of the year wide receiver Michael Thomas back from injury and adding at least one more pass catcher in free agency or the draft would help. Winston is 28 years old, and the Saints felt like he was continuing to improve as last season progressed, and they sorely missed the big playability after he was sidelined. He completed 4 passes for 49-plus yards. He was getting that ball down the field. The only real hurdle to Winston's Saints reunion is whether another team lures him away. This is Winston's 3rd straight year on the free agent market, and he hasn't landed a big deal yet, but there are new teams in play now, and Winston may have attracted more suitors with his performance last season. And the fact that the free agency market is not as deep as some would think it originally was. Of course, you see the case for Teddy Bridgewater. If Jameis is not the man, Bridgewater went 5-0 as the Saints starter while replacing Drew in 2019. The Saints liked Bridgewater enough to trade a 3rd-round pick for him in 2018. Then they made him the NFL highest-paid backup in 2019 with a 1-year contract at $7.5 million plus incentives, before Carolina signed him to a 3-year, $63 million deal to become the starter in 2020. Obviously, Bridgewater's star has fallen since then. The Panthers traded Bridgewater to Denver after 1 season, and the Broncos has since moved on. But the 29-year-old had moderate success, a 7-7 record as Denver starter, while throwing for over 3,000 yards, 18 touchdowns against 7 interceptions, 67% completion percentage, and a QB rating of almost 95%. Bridgewater was more solid than spectacular in 5 starts with the Saints, averaging 241 passing yards and completing almost 70% of his passes with 9 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. But he had a terrific rapport with New Orleans' 2 best playmakers, Thomas and Alvin Kamara. And that's a formula that could work for a team that relies heavily on its defense. Now, also, other trade possibilities to speak about. The Saints will investigate every possibility. The idea of trading for an established veteran can't be ruled out. They're talking about Jimmy Garoppolo, which we've heard the rumors circulating around that. His contract, his injury history is a concern of mine. And of course, other quarterbacks include Marcus Mariota, Mitchell Trubisky, Andy Dalton, Tyrod Taylor, and Jacoby Brissett. What about Taysom Hill and Ian Book and Trevor Siemian? All 3 could be back. Hill and Book are under contract, sitting his left foot during the Week 18 matchup, but it's unlikely he'll be part of any open competition for the starting job like he was with Winston last summer. More likely, Hill will return to his versatile role, and that's already been established of what they're going to do with Taysom Hill, where he's used it as packages as a read option QB as well as playing his position. So Jameis, of course, will be the predominant starter, and then you'll see Taysom Hill roll in there for his RPO plays and the like. So it's interesting. We'll see how it all shapes and folds as far as that concerned. But the only best option for the black and gold is Jameis Winston, man. We're going to keep saying it, to be honest with you. It's the only clear and best option is to have Jameis Winston back there. I mean, I know Russell Wilson Not Russell Wilson. Deshaun Watson seems really fun and intriguing. But at the end of the day, fam, all I can say is that that you have to do a lot to get that brother to come down here. You got to give up all the picks. You got to open up all the cap, and all this kind of stuff. And man, and imagine the Saints need a lot of help on their offense. So I just think we're not in the position to absorb that kind of contract right now. But we'll see, man. We'll see how it all shakes and how it goes. All right, it's another look, family. I usually, every couple shows look at the top 22 NFL free agencies according to CBS, who Pete Prisco has his top 100 player list, just to show you what some of our guys are or guys you might be interested in. If you take a look at the top 100 list, sitting on top of that thing is Mr. Terron Armstead. Is the top offensive lineman, offensive tackle that's available right there. So that's something that you're looking at saying, damn, man, Terron Armstead is there. He'll be 31. He's coming off a season where he's played only 9 games. Injuries have forced him to miss a lot of time in his career. Whether he's healthy, he's outstanding. He's also a great locker room guy. He's listed at top 100. You see Von Miller there at 32. J.C. Jackson, the young cornerback from New England, is at 3. Chandler Jones is there. Carlton Davis, the former Buccaneer cornerback, is there. And you go down, you see Marcus Williams, the safety, our safety, they had number 7. He's coming off an impressive 2021 campaign, which will help his status on the market. At 25, he's developing to a much better player on the back end than early in his career when he was aggressive. His aggressiveness sometimes cost him. Yeah, and you see Marcus Williams is listed in Pete Prisco, his top 100 list, as 7 in the best safety. So these are 2 black and gold guys that you could see priced out. When we already talked about Terron, and it was an article saying that Terron Armstead, it could be a possibility that he can come back. But listen, I mean, he would have to give the Saints a nice deal for him to come back here, and he's listed. And you already have rumors saying that both the Jacksonville Jaguars and Miami Dolphins, who have a lot of cap, or want Terron Armstead to be their guy. Over the cap and Sport Track have his annual salary at $20+ million, and that's totally outside of the realm of possibility for the black and gold. And Marcus Williams, for a contract north of $14-15 million. He wants to be up there in the top 5 highest paid safeties in the business, and I think he will be priced out of the Saints' hands as well. Nolan Nurse said it's like this: it takes an elite QB to win a QB. Watson is elite. You have to be willing to sacrifice picks or players to get a great QB. Can't be timid. Thank you, Nolan. I appreciate you, bro. Good point on that. But do the Saints see it like you, Nola? That's the question. Do the black and gold see it like you? Now remember, their mentality hasn't been to gamble or push to go and get stuff like this. They just simply, I think they're just feeling around to see what the interest for a guy like Deshaun Watson is. Now, you're right. If they were really motivated, they can most certainly go and get that guy if they wanted them to. They most certainly can. But based on what the Saints have been kicking, they're looking at continuity, so that would kind of frown in the face of that to a degree. But are they motivated enough to go after Deshaun Watson? I think he might be a fallback option if they can't reach with Jameis. Then he might be something. Hell, they were sniffing around Jimmy Garoppolo to see what it would take. So is it just sniffing around, or do they actually have a real serious interest to pull this deal off? Because it's gonna be one of those deals where it's gonna be a big deal to pull him off and get him here, give him all the draft compensation, absorb his contract, and send somebody out to get some of that money off of us. So we'll see how it all shakes, fam. We'll see if that's the route the Saints want to go. I think Jameis is the guy they really want, but we'll see. All right. Thank you for your super chat, fam. But you're right. You got to take shots. Okay. Okay. That was directed at Mickey. Okay.
Okay, Nolan, nerd. I let you be the general manager.
All right. So let's keep it going. Thank you, bro. All right. Marcus Williams, like I said, I think he's gone, fam. He's the #1 rated. And this not just on Pete Prisco, who does a good job of putting together stuff like this, but there's other guys as well that have Marcus Williams listed as the top safety in free agency, simply because he's a 25-year-old guy with all that experience. He's been starting for the Saints since we drafted him with the 2nd round pick out of the University of Utah. So he has a lot of playing time with the black and gold here. He missed like 5 games during his career. And they're not going to worry about the other teams are not worrying about the Minnesota Miracle and the little whiffery that we remember oh so well with Marcus Williams. They're not going to be concerned about. They're looking at the statistics and they're studying tape and saying, this guy's 25 years of age. We can bring him in here and do some stuff. Now, like I said, I like how he played last year, but I just don't think the Saints are going to pay Marcus Williams that kind of money. They're not. You know, he wants $15 million. The Saints are not going to give Marcus Williams $14-15 million. I guess what they're doing, that's their approach with all of the free agents, is to let the market dictate where they are. But they're prepared to lose Teron Armstead, and they are prepared to lose Marcus Williams. They are. And then, of course, if you do lose them, you do have a lot of people in free agency this time around that you can bring in, like Tyrann Mathieu. He's out there. Marcus Mays is out there. They got some good safeties out there that you can bring in if you do lose Marcus Williams. I'm not saying I want to lose him because I like what he did last year with Coach Richard, the secondary coach, but time will tell where they go with it. But they're prepared to lose Teron Armstead and Marcus Williams if they have to. They don't want to lose Jameis. All right, Rich, thank you, fam. Says Marcus Williams cost us. It is. He cost us a ring. Ain't all that. He said, ain't all that. Let him walk. Okay, thank you, brother Rich. Thank you. Yeah, you know, it's just that's the feel. I'm telling you, on Marcus Williams, is almost split right down the line. When you talk about Marcus Williams standing, going family, it's like almost split down the line. It's crazy. All right, what's up, Darrell? What's up, Tasha? How you doing, baby? Much love to you. And Sean J-Rock, what's up, baby? Good to see you in the chat, fam. Appreciate y'all joining me. All right, so yeah, let's keep it going, fam. Of course, you can keep strolling out here and you see that the next free agent here and the top one here that'll be listed is your dog. And they got him all the way. They go Tyrann Mathieu right there. And you keep going down here and stroll. And, you know, I was looking at, and I was like, man, the Bears got rid of Hakeem Hicks. Wouldn't it be cool to bring Hakeem Hicks back? Because he left really screwed up. The Saints screwed that up. It'll be so cool to bring Hakeem Hicks back here. He won't cost you a ton of bread, and you put Hakeem Hicks right next to David Onyemata. The only thing is Hakeem had a lot of injuries. He's 32 years of age, but boy, when that dude is out there, boy, he kicks ass. But I thought it'd be so cool to bring him back, man, on a cost-effective deal. But that's just my thinking on it. But anyway, you can see some of these free agents that's available, fam, not just to be going through them. But some of these guys are going to get big paper thrown their way. Christian Kirk was a guy that I liked a lot. Something tell me he's going to be getting a good contract. They got him priced as the top free agent safety available. Bobby Wagner's on there. We don't really need linebacker help anymore. We can bring back our guy. You see Tyrann Mathieu there. We can look at him if we lose Marcus Williams. Offensive line help, if you want a veteran, they got guys like Trent Brown there. That's a stopgap option. But if you're the Saints with all these draft picks, why not develop the young talent right now? Mocha, thank you for your super chat. Say, hell nah, we better not sign the former P-star named Jimmy G. Yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo. A lot of people, well, the Saints are just sniffing around, like I said, they doing their due diligence. If Jameis is not the guy, they got to find somebody. So thank you, Mocha, for your super chat. All right, so here we go as we keep sliding on down here. You see a lot of interesting names on the free agent list. Rob Gronkowski, hell no to him. Odell Beckham, he had his chance. He got the toe up in the playoffs, so I don't know about him as well. And then you keep going down here, man. Sooner or later, you see guys like DJ Chalk that I like. People were talking about Q. How about Marquez Valdez-Scantling, big wide receiver who catch a lot of guys. He has some speed too. But I like DJ Chalk, man. I think Chalk is a burner, man. He had that ankle injury in Jacksonville. But he is something special. I'm thinking maybe the second or third tier level wide receivers that you can bring in. Of course, draft your guys too. But have a veteran that can kind of help add that depth and take pressure off the young guys along with Mike. So imagine you have Mike Thomas and DJ Chalk or in that same line. It'd be pretty good to see those guys. Even Marquez Valdez-Scantling wouldn't be a bad pickup for the black and gold. I mean, he's a guy that can catch, block. He has some speed with him. You know, he's a guy that they're going to be sleeping on too. Of course, and then, of course, you slide all the way down here to number 40, you see your boy Jameis Winston. Now, if you scroll all the way up, Jameis is the first quarterback that appears in Pete Prisco's 100 people. And as you can see, he's coming back from a major injury that forced him that missed most of 21, but he appears to be making great progress. There's a good chance he goes back to the Saints. He will go back to the Saints, and and this is just my view. Like I've said before on the show, is that my view is that Jameis Winston is going to use other offers from other teams as leverage to construct a deal for the Saints to levy up the money that they give him. And I'm thinking anywhere between 5 to 8 millions is where Jameis goes. I don't think the Saints go over that, whatever. But if you're looking at gauging interest in Jimmy Garoppolo or Deshaun Watson with his $35 million, it's, that says a lot. And I can understand people want to swing for the fences with a home run. But, man, you got to remember that if you do that, that really kind of impacts a lot of stuff that you're doing going forward into the future. You do still have Chauncey going to Johnson. You got to get ready to. It's just a lot, man. We're going to see how it's all handled, but I'm thinking Jameis first, and I think he gets signed. Anyway, let's keep it going. You see the rest of these guys here. You see Patrick Peterson on this list. Dante Jackson is on this list. Cornerbacks, if you need some of them. The best tight end that comes in here is Zach Ertz, who's 31 years of age. Remember, there was talkings about whether the Saints should go for Zach Ertz. That wouldn't be a bad pickup for the Saints to have. We need a tight end there that Jameis can lean on there. Also, you see Juju Smith-Schuster, who was at one of the best wide receivers in the game, most exciting wide receivers in the game, has slid down. He missed most of last season with the shoulder surgery, but he did return to play in the playoffs, so he's healthy. He's a possession receiver who can help a team looking for help inside. It's Juju Smith-Schuster, a guy you're looking at. Could be intriguing to see as well. And then just Jordan Whitehead's a former safety from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If you lose him, there's Marcus May right there. If you lose Marcus Williams, Marcus May is there. Remember, he's coming off that Achilles injury. The guy could play, just these injuries are really concerning for him. And, of course, you keep going, man. Like I said, there are other guys here that you can look at to help your offense and safety play as well. You see a lot of guys on cost money. Tyler Conklin, I think he'll be one of the guys that a lot of people will spend money on to keep. He's a pretty decent option at the tight end position. You see Michael Gallup, which is one of my favorites there. You're looking at a DJ Chalk, a Michael Gallup. These guys are spectacular and fantastic. Nolan Nurse, in my top 4 once in the draft is Desmond Ridder. The QB from Cincinnati. Okay, offensive tackle Trevor Penning. Number 3, Alec Pierce, the wide receiver from Cincinnati, to go along with Ridder. I see what you're doing there. And Damian Pierce, the power back from Florida. Yeah, I know I had him mocked. Nola, in my first mock draft I did, I had Damian Pierce right there. Because when I heard Dennis Allen say what he said about having that power running game, Pearson and the guy Robertson out of Alabama was one of the 2 guys that I thought about that you would have in that style of offense. So I agree with you. Thank you for your super chat, fam. All right, so these are a few guys. I'm just showing the family members some of the guys that's available via free agent. This is who I was talking about the other day, fam, when I couldn't pull up his name. Cedric Wilson. The wide receiver from the Dallas Cowboys, a pretty decent option too in that second and third level. But like I said, you got Gallup, you got Chalk. These are guys that I would love to see paired with Mike Thomas. Young veteran wide receivers that can stretch the field and catch. But Gallup, could you imagine Michael Gallup and Michael Thomas, and then you take a wide receiver in the first round, a pair, and that just jump starts the Saints offense. And then later on in the draft, you get a guy like Pierce or Robinson, and bring them into the Saints running game. And then you add a tight end through the free agency, and just gets better. And of course, as you keep going, you got Jaquiski Tart. There's a lot of guys here that you figure. Look at Russell Gage was another guy I talked about that I liked, that burned the Saints in a couple of games that we played this year. Russell Gage was handling the business when Calvin Ridley was gone. So he's another guy that you would talk about at the wide receivers position as well. So, I mean, as you can see, fam, there's quite a few people here in free agency that the Saints could reach to in the second or third level. I don't anticipate the Saints going and bringing in, top-notch guys. I don't think they'll have that kind of money. But they might surprise us by getting a guy here or there. But, you got some interesting options in this free agency this year as well. So we'll see how it all hangs moving forward. So, yeah, look at that AJ Green. You got him almost at the bottom of the list right here. Robert Tonyan, the Green Bay Packer tight end, is there as well. And the free agency, he suffered from injury. How about Raheem Mostert, who was that speedy running back for the 49ers? He's kind of up in age. I think he's like, what, 30? I won't say he's like almost 30 years old. But listen, there's a lot of players here, man. Sammy Watkins is still, look at that. So, I mean, it's a lot of people that's available for the black and gold, man, that we can look at after we get through our free agency. But we don't really, need a lot. We just need to make the right moves to add people to the offensive side of the ball. Okay, fam, let's move on to the final story before I go ahead on and open up the phone lines and talk to the family members here. Yeah, Travis, you got to pair Kirsten with Thomas. You got to pay for him, bro, because I know a lot of people, they like that kid. And you know what his game kind of reminds me of? Well, maybe, kind of similarly to me, not exactly, but the young wide receiver from the Alabama Crimson Tide. Not Williams is what's the other guy name? I forgot the other kid name. The smaller wide receiver, who a lot of people picking him, thinking he'll go in the second round or even a late or second round pick. Y'all know who I'm talking about. That young wide receiver. I can't remember his name, but he's so speedy, undersized, the slot man, the speed man that they had there operating in their offense last year. That guy, it would be something that, special too. All right, so let's keep it going, man. KK, they got him. Yeah, that's what it comes down to, KK. It comes down to the right move. The right move is what we're talking about here. And I know the Landry is looking for a trade partner as well to get from up out of there because they picked up Amari Cooper, ended up going to the Browns. And now Landry's looking to move on. So a lot of movements happening right now as teams are prepared. Yeah, there you go, John. Yeah, there you go, Mechie. That's good. Thank you, Professor. That's another one. I think you may mention him, Professor. That guy there, watch out for that guy, man. Put the tape on and watch that guy. Playmaker. He don't have the size. He's undersized. But, boy, that dude is something else, man. All over the damn field. Yeah, that dude is awesome. All right, so anyway, this is my second mock coming at you guys. With the mock draft here, fam, I got to apologize for why this stuff is all glitchy like that. I don't know what the hell going on with that. But anyway, my second mop, and when it's clear, you'll be able to see it mop up this shit so you can see the But anyway, let me see if I can get the screen a little bigger here so you can see the mock right here. Oh, there you go. That's probably it. All right, in my mock right here, and I went according to the PFN mock draft simulator. And with my mock, with the 18 pick, I picked up Jamison Williams out of Alabama with the 18 pick. Now, I knew he'll slide a bit. Remember, he's coming off some injury situations, some injury history. In the bowl game, he got hurt, which is unfortunate, but it does help him slide a bit. And I think it was pretty fair in having him. When I seen him now, I was like, oh, yeah, Jamison Williams. Oh, I got him. Come on. Now I put Jamison Williams with Jameson Winston. You're going to be screwing up the commentators, man, come the season. But I snatched him up at 18. You know how fantastic he is. We don't need to talk a lot about him. He's just awesome and fantastic. He had the injury in the bowl game. He's coming along in rehab, so he should be fine coming into the season. Desmond Ridder, as you can see, Nola Nerd talked about it. But listen, look who's sitting there at the 49th pick for the black and gold. It's Mr. Desmond Ridder. And I got him as my development. Remember, I got Jameis Winston. I got Ridder as the developmental quarterback that competes with Ian Book for the backup job. And of course, the 100th pick in the third round is Brian Robinson Jr., another Alabama guy. And of course, you pair him with Alvin Kamara, and you looking like somebody. This guy is he carries the power, powerful, big, strong. That'll be awesome to see him handle the business. And then of course we move on to the fourth round selection. I got some offensive line help and Dare Rosenthal out the University of Kentucky. Remember, Rosenthal's there as a tackle, big tackle, very physical. And also you see Kentucky, man. Let me tell you, Kentucky have a lot of good offensive linemen. We picked up Landon Young the previous year, who also could be who could be vying for a guard or tackle position opposite of Ryan Ramczyk this upcoming year. If the Saints don't see Pete there or James Hurst there, he could be there. But I see Dare Rosenthal as a guy that's versatile that can come and help you there. And of course, you slide up under him at the fifth round selection. I got another wide receiver, Kelvin Austin III from out of the University of Memphis. If you don't know Kelvin Austin III, please feel free to go and look up the damn tape because, man, let me tell you something. This kid here is lightning in the bottle. So, yeah, I got Jameson Williams with the first round pick, and then I slide down to the fifth pick. I get the fifth round pick. I get Calvin Austin III because I'm trying to build up the offense. And you guys can see the theme of my draft is it's the first 5 picks are simply offensive. It's big time offensive because we need to upgrade the offense for real. I got 2 really exciting wide receivers to go along with whoever we bring in for agency and Wynn Williams and Austin III. I give you a running back, a power running back that carries the ball, averages 4+ yards a carry. Desmond Ridder, a young quarterback with a lot of skill that can help you out developing down the line when Jameis Winston is done playing. You can slide Desmond Ridder right in the QB position as he competes with guys like Ian Book for the job. Rosenthal's a good developmental guard there that can come, tackle, that can play in case of injury, because we really do need to build up our depth too, behind the starters once we situate that. And then I even continue to go. Then my 6th pick, I got kind of defensive minded because I said, yeah, we're going to need some help at the safety position, and we don't need a developmental safety. And I got Mr. Brian Cook out of the University of Cincinnati, who's a very good safety as well. So let me pull up his little, this is all Kelvin Austin right here at 4.32 at 5'8", undersized but explosive, lightning in the bottle type of player. You can see his 40-yard dash is 4.32, and that's what we're trying to do. All right, Nolan there said, great minds, Q. Who that? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jameson, man, is a guy that you definitely will want him as your starting. And this is the other guy I picked, Calvin Austin III out of Memphis. Now, he's a bit undersized, but listen, he is a blazer, a burner, and he does a lot, man. He's very versatile. And I'm not going to say that he reminds me of a certain undersized, tough wide receiver that we currently have on the team that we might be looking to sign back. But he adds that type of speed and versatility to your team. And then, of course, right behind him, here's the safety in Brian Cook, 6'1", 206. This guy is a beast, too. He'll knock your head off. Got good size. Could play around the box. And let me read you some of the stuff that I like about him. Skilled enforcer with size, toughness, and instincts. You put the tape on and watch how he plays, man. He loves contact, and he does have some issues in the coverage. Not so much where he can't be schooled on it, but it's a good selection at 6. But he's skilled enforcer with size, toughness, and instincts to put his stamp on the game in a variety of ways. Cooks plays with confidence and consistency as a pro safety and loves to run and hit. He blends football intelligence, athleticism, physicality, makes him an ideal for matchup-oriented defense looking for versatile back and chameleons, aka like Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. He can be used as an on-run defender, matchup on the tight ends, or play the back end. So Cook needs to answer all the questions. Does have the speed and everything. Now his strength, size, and strength to hold up in the box, sticks his nose where it belongs, former cornerback with the ability to match over the slot. Who that remind you of? Ball production flashed in 21, digest route combos, comes out clean, changes directions quickly and smoothly when reading quarterbacks, triggers and tackles quickly from zone, balance tackle strength to limit additional yardage, contains an up-ends outside run counted on to help fit up and frustrate the running game, plays with an enforcer's demeanor, which is what we need at the safety position. Somebody that'll make you hate to catch the ball coming over the center of the field. Stays steady and square, scrapping to the ball, is a really good tackler too. Now, some of his weakness need to play with quicker punch, technique to stack his take-ons will need work, average react quickness against slashers, slides off tackles when he doesn't run through the contact, needs to answer questions regarding long speed, yada, yada, yada. Anticipation makes him susceptible to route fakes, which is all matter of coaching. Now, you got Coach Richard that can coach up Brian Cook and turn him into a hell of a safety for you. And remember, I got this guy right here in the 5th round to come in. Because remember, you're going to need some safeties back there, family. And, of course, to finish out my draft, thank you, Dedrick. Much love to brother Dedrick Allen for subscribing and joining the coma. Much love, Dedrick, and welcome to the fam. Thank you, fam, for joining. All right. Much love, Professor. I see you, man. Appreciate you being here. Hope everything going well with you, my friend. All right, so let's keep it going. And, of course, the 2 final ones, we got Neil Farrell Jr., former defensive tackle from LSU. That's right, fam. We went and got us a LSU player, but, he at the bottom of the draft, so I guess they feel comfortable with that. Now, Farrell is massive. We got a guy that is 6'4", 330 pounds. He's a typical nose tackle. You plug him in there behind Jalen Dalton and let them two big rascals fight for it, man, to get that job. And, of course, you can see what he brings, that 541. You can see his dash they was just doing there. He was running the 541. And what's interesting about him, very rugged player. The dude just eats up blockers. He has some athletic ability to him. 6'4", 330, that's big. Combines strength with skill to defeat the block. Surprise snap quickness for his size. Comes off the ball with low pads and excellent leverage. Pure power to lift. And that's not a bad run time by a 330-pound defensive lineman. Plants roots, fights off, down blocks, double teams. Able to peekaboo for running back as a two-gapper. Strong hands with twitchy upper body to shed. Clears interior rush edge with extremely a heavy slap motion. Now, weakness is only a running down player at the next level needs to convert bad weight to better weight. That's all conditioning. Tardy lateral movement gets him reach still, and that's coaching him up. Pads get too tall, that's coaching him up. Limited range and tackle radius. 6'4", 330, man. Tightness causes missed tackles in tight quarters. Bull rush is a little too gradual. We got to have more of a punch to it. But still in all, I see an upside in taking a guy like Neil Farrell, the 6'4", 330-pound nose tackle that can play next to a guy like David Onyemata, or behind, let him and Jalen Dalton fight for the nose tackle position with Tanu Passanio. And of course, the final play, I took a developmental tight end in Peyton Hendershot from out of the University of Indiana, 6'4", 250, simply a developmental tight end. Of course, he ran a 4.8 there. He's not the fastest guy, as you can see right there in the world, but he's big. Henderson redshirted his first year on campus after earning a first-team All-American honors at Tri-West High School, playing in 4 games, no catch before missing the season. And, of course, he has a lot of stuff to talk about, his high school statistics and all this. He was a third-team All-Big Ten Conference selection in 2020, starting all 8 games. Here you see some of his statistics right here, but he's simply developmental. He's a former basketball standout with footwork and athleticism, far more complex route running on his first 2 levels. Henderson has played between 240 and 265, so finding the proper weight for his usage could be critical. He plays with a competitive demeanor as both the receiver and a blocker, and will likely be viewed as an F tight end with a greater focus on pass catching and run after the catch talent. We can never have too many of those guys, right? While he has enough talent to compete for a roster spot, his 2020 arrest will need to be vetted by teams evaluating for his draft. A 7th-round selection for a team captain and a 4-year starter, former basketball player with athleticism, as your 7th-round pick would not be a bad selection for Peyton Hendershot. So you can never have too many guys with tight ends with that type of athletic ability. So anyway, this is my draft, the second one for TSC. Jameson Williams is my 1st-round draft pick there, followed by, in the 2nd round, Desmond Ridder out of Cincinnati, the quarterback. 3rd-round pick, Brian Robinson Jr. from the University of Alabama. That's not a bad trio right there, to be honest with you. 4th-round selection, Dare Rosenthal, the offensive lineman out of Kentucky, to go along with his buddy Landon Young. And, of course, we have another one, the Kelvin Austin III, with the 5th-round selection to add more speed and versatility to the wide receiver room. Also can help you in the special teams. Brian Cook, another Brian, spelled differently, the safety, to add some depth back there for the Saints with the 6th-round pick right there. And then the 2 7s, I went with Big Neil Farrell, a nose tackle for the defense. 2 back-to-back defensive plays, 1 on the back end with the safety, 1 on the interior defensive line with a 6'4", 330-pound nose tackle out of LSU. And, of course, a developmental tight end, Peyton Hendershot, who should replace Garrett Griffin, who had give us nada during his pending time. So it'll be interesting to have him and also add some versatility, as I am also pushing to get a tight end through the free agency that can help us out. Somebody like maybe Zach Ertz, who is there. Maybe Tunyon. I like Tunyon, what he did. Remember, Tunyon burnt us up when we played Green Bay. What was that? Not this last year, but the year before, when we lost. This past year, but the year before. Tunyon was giving us that work. It'll be interesting to see if they reach for him. Might not cost him a lot of money, but we do need a veteran tight end to help push that room as far as that's concerned. So anyway, let's do a brief recap of what we talked about with all these damn stories. Saints weren't interested in Deshaun Watson under Sean Payton, but post-Payton they are, as they have acquired about him. We already know what they need to give up. We considered that. We talked about that. It'll be the hot button topic for the Who Dat Nation. Saints restructured Marshawn Lattimore's contract, and now the Saints are sitting up there currently just $5 million or so from getting in the black. Now, Alvin Kamara also restructured his contract. We covered that. We also covered the news on Deshaun Watson, sex assault claims. We got into that article. We talked about the retirement of Craig Robertson. Big ups to Craig and congratulations on his retirement. We also covered Jameis Winston and Teddy Bridgewater listed amongst best bets at the QB position. Mike Triplett's article from ESPN did a fantastic job, by the way, of going into and talking about not only Jameis, but the case for Jameis, the case for Teddy Bridgewater, and he did a really swell job on that. And of course, we covered the top 100 free agents just to give the Who Dat Nation a taste of who we looking at in free agency that the Saints could possibly be looking at, the players and faces and how they fit and who will be sought after. We covered that. And of course, the second TSC mock draft, we covered that as well. We went over all the players that Jamison Williams is the guy we picked up from Alabama. We also picked up Desmond Ridder from Cincinnati. We also picked up Brian Robinson from Alabama as well. Dare Rosenthal, the offensive tackle from Kentucky. Kelvin Austin, the wide receiver from Memphis. The big safety from Cincinnati, and Brian Cook. And Neil Farrell, two of the seventh round picks. Neil Farrell from out of LSU, the big 6'4", 330-pound defensive tackle. And then Peyton Hendershot, athletic tight end, with the final 7th round pick for the Saints. So anyway, as you can see, we had 2 defensive picks, a safety and a defensive tackle. The rest were simply offensive, and we need help. And I try to get us the best that we can do. Fam, I did the best I could do. I did the best that I could do, family. I did the best that I can do. All right, Tramal says, Q, ain't Blake Jarwin a free agent? I think you're right on that, brother Tramal. I think you're right. I think he is available in free agency as well. All right, Alpha says, Landon Young will do just fine. There's no need to draft for offensive tackle in the first round. I don't think we should draft for a tackle in the offensive. I think one probably where I picked up Rosenthal was what? In the 4th round? Because you're going to definitely need some depth, man. We need some help in the backups dealing with all the injuries and the C-19 stuff. You're definitely going to need some help there. But I don't think we should take one in the first round. Absolutely not. I agree with you on that. Pelican said Mickey Loomis should be saying, nah. Talk to Q. Traub said the Browns just gave it to Dallas up to you-know-what with the Cooper trade. Yeah, well, they was trying to – I don't know what's going on right there, man. A lot of good players is becoming disgruntled, and teams are simply not having it, man. You know, they might be like, with everything going on in the world, it's too it's too much. So it's too short in the game to be dealing with all this BS. That's what they saying. All right, what's up, Baraka? Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you as well. T-Cell said, any updates on which QB Cam Jordan is vying for now? Asking for I think Cam's staying out of it. He's saying his name is Bennett and he ain't in it. Cam not already said what he was going to say. I was surprised by that. But, also remember, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson also followed suit. Chauncey did the same thing. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson was advocating for Tyrann Mathieu to come to New Orleans like Marcus Williams wasn't coming back. And I was like, oh, that's very strange, and really strange that teammates that support, like Cam Jordan is one of the, if not, he is the leader on defense. Him, DeMario Davis. And for Cam to be going around during the Super Bowl time was real. I was like, what? Isn't Jameis Winston your guy? So Jameis is lighthearted. He ain't going to take it to heart. But that's almost like Jameis Winston having a contract with the Saints and him going out there advocating to bring in Emmanuel Ogbah while Cam Jordan on free agency. You see what I'm saying? Be like, what? What's going on here? Unless it's inside baseball going on. You see what I'm saying? Because they're a little closer to the scope than the writers or to anybody else. They could hear things that can, and then you kind of gauge them and say, what's going on here? What's the hell? What's going on there? Chauncey Gardner-Johnson did the same thing with Tyrann Mathieu. He was tweeting him and saying, hey, man, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, he put Marcus Williams in there. He had him on there. He had Mathau on there. He had Laddie Daddy on there. And I think he had Jenkins. He didn't mention Marcus Williams. So is that something? You see what I'm saying? So they might know a little something there. All right. J-Rock says Sean King has reported that sources close to Deshaun are saying he will eventually become a Steeler. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by that, fam. Wouldn't be surprised by that at all. The Saints is a long shot to name the land them because of a lot of stuff going on right now. We're not in the position to absorb a $35 million contract right now. We just not. That would definitely upset things a bit for a team that's advocating to be a team that's consistently want to be on a consistent line. That would definitely fly in the face of that logic. So, all right. So anyway, all right, let's keep it going. Willie, what's up, fam? Says Q. What's going on with the trade for these QB trades? He said, what's going on with the trade for these QB trade for the Saints? You might be talking about the Jimmy Garoppolo. I think that's just inquiring. The Saints inquiring, well, what was it? What would it take? What do you want for Garoppolo? What do you want for Deshaun Watson? What do you want for him? What do you see? And that kind of things. And you can see them gauging interest. But if you think about the Saints situation, now that he's clear of his legal issues, then there's still the draft compensation and the absorbing of his contract, which they $5 million there already. But remember, the Saints still got to have more money to be able to sign free agents, to compete, to bring on to the team to make better, and their draft picks. So, we'll see. Jameis, two-time Super Bowl MVP, says Armstead, Pete, Ruiz, McCoy, Rams starting 5 offensive lines. Continuity with a switch up for Jameis, then Drew. All right, so we'll see. Alpha says Armstead never played a full season since he's been a Saint. It's time to move on. Yeah, and the Saints, they kind of leaked that last year, and we talked about it then with the fact that Teron Armstead, they was going to let him test free agency. And we know that Teron Armstead is going to be priced out of the Saints range. The only way he comes back is if he gives the Saints a sweetheart deal to come back. And I'll be like, why would you do that when it's your opportunity to bank out and get the $20+ million that you want? So is the money important to Teron Armstead? It's hard to say no to $20 million. I tell you what, we'll see. All right. So with that being said, Derek says, sup, bro? What's up, Dedrick? Who they? He says, sup, bro? I don't know what we going to do. No cap space. Need to sign our left tackle and sign Gardner Johnson, and we still need our QB. Saints are still working diligently. Mickey Loomis and Kai Harley is going to get the Saints underneath the cap, fam, so don't worry about it. And so far as right now, the Saints are only $5 million in the cap right now in terms of the overage. They're still in the red by $5 million. They restructured Laddie Daddy today, Alvin Kamara yesterday. So $5 million is all that's left. So we'll see how it all. What's up, DJ Philco? He said, who that to you, fam? Good to see you, fam. All right. So, yeah, I don't know, Brother Jerry. I don't know what's going on with it. Then I guess it's busy right now or whatever. I don't know what's going on with it. It keeps doing that. I don't know. If it keeps doing it, I'm going to have to reset the stream and come back a little later on if it keeps doing that. All right. No problem, KK. Much love, baby. J-Rock says, I wonder, was that before the news and new But rolled Big Ben and this, yeah, you know what, and yeah, Pels need to win. Yeah, I got you, Kev. I think that's tomorrow night. Yeah, they need to win tomorrow. They play tomorrow, Kev. The Pels play tomorrow. All right. He said, Daniel says you need cousins. No, bro. Hell no. We don't need no cousins, bro. No, we got as much. We got all the family we need. We don't need no more cousins, bro. You can keep Kirk Cousins up there. Keep him on up there in Minnesota, bro. They don't need him on. They're trying to get rid of him up there. Oh, no, we don't need no Kirk Cousins. No, thank you, my friend. No, thank you. All right, Jerome says, was Armstead the highest paid on this first? Was Armstead the highest paid on his first contract? No, his first contract, you talking about his rookie deal? He got broke off. He was one of the top paid offensive linemen on the team. But that's what I'm saying. The Saints have an opportunity to kind of reset things. Offensive line wise, we didn't look like that anyway. And that's some situating that need to occur. So yeah, I know Carl to say I'm always worried. I got you, Carl. All right, Millie Tool says they need to do something with Taysom Hill's contract. You might, it's on the way, I'm telling you. They're probably working on it right now since you said that. Randy, what's up, fam? Says we're only $5 million over the cap. We didn't even touch Taysom's contract. This is true. So I mean, that will definitely be the next shoe that falls. Got to be, right? Who else is there? Taysom Hill's contract. So you should be able to get some change off of that too. All right. Yeah, the NFL doesn't cap. The NFL doesn't cap space. No, the teams, the players got caps, but the owners, they can bank out. It's astronomical. Oh, Will Wade got fired. Oh, did he now? Oh, really? Wow, man, that's, come on now. They've been trying to get at him. Yeah, see, I was reading an article on him that he was on the hot seat, but there is stuff going on with LSU. Since Will Wade's been there, man, I really like that dude because he's a winner. He came in there and galvanized them guys, got them there. He be doing stuff behind the scenes, like, but a lot of them do that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them, it's not a crystal clean matrix. It's all about who got the most influence. Like the big chump game, the big circle criminal guy with their little clique, and then the smaller ones here and the smaller ones there. It's the big ones got the influence. They can make it go away or make it not seem too good or seem too bad. But yeah, I'm not happy about the Will Wade thing, but I anticipated him getting cut, getting fired, man. He did a pretty good job revitalizing LSU basketball, man. It's sad to see him go, but they're not playing, man. All right, Young Bloods, what's up, fam? Q, what do you think about the Saints trading for a young veteran receiver like DJ Chalk? I think Chalk is a free agent. Young Bloods, I think he's a free agent, bro. I just seen him on the free agent list. So I think that I love the DJ Chalk idea. I love the DJ Chalk idea. I love the Michael Gallup idea. Somebody with size and speed, a burner that can create the separation, take the top off defense that can get that ball from Jameis. And I can imagine DJ Chalk, as fast as he is, running up under passes from Jameis Winston, it'd be fantastic. Plus, whoever you pick up in the draft too would be awesome as well. So the Saints offense could really do a 360, depending on who we pick up in free agency. And I don't think Chalk will be a guy that should cost you a lot of money. He should fall in the second or third tier level of that group. Maybe Gallup goes a little higher, but Pete Prisco of CBS had DJ Chalk higher than Gallup probably because both of them had injuries, but I guess he sees Chalk with more value. But Chalk is a guy that can really help you. That's right, Tim. Yeah, Roby. Roby's another dude that the Saints didn't touch the cornerback. They could free up about $7 to $9 million with him. Yeah, so he's another guy. And the Saints have done all this without releasing anybody, man. So that's intriguing to see in which direction they roll and say, yeah, Taysom Hill and Roby can free up some money there. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, Randy, you're right. What's up, Brother Kendall? Who that to you, fam? Appreciate you as well being here. So yeah, good calls on that. Yeah, Roby's another guy that we're looking at as well. All right, Brother Ernest says Mike Anderson would be a good replacement for Will Wade. That's not a bad idea, Professor. Yeah, he just got caught because he was doing some stuff, and that's how he got some of them players there. Little money behind the scene and all this old kind of stuff. Yeah, he was trying to, he was on the fast. He had to build a team, but they had a lot of success since he been there, man. And yeah, you're gonna have to find a replacement for him. They probably already got the guy in mind, but that guy did a good job in building a team. Getting them competitive again, man. It was fun watching them be good again. All right, Kevin says they're trying to spank the basketball and football program at LA. I see it, bro. They're saying Odell Beckham gave real money at the championship game. Yeah, they're doing all that, man. We just got to keep kicking ass, man, bottom line. That's what they do, man. You don't hear nothing going on from Alabama. And I'm not trying to throw Alabama in the crossfire, but you never hear anything going on from Alabama, do you? You don't think they're doing the same shit? I remember telling the family members about them hypnotizing the players using a dude named the Wizard. Remember I broke that down? That was in a Bleacher Report article that I would cover periodically that I would share with people. You won't talk about scrupulous decisions and movements. Who take their child to the college so that he can be programmed so that he can learn how to operate under this man's system. It's all kind of funny ass stuff going on, but you don't never hear nothing going wrong from up over there, do you? Huh? Nothing, never. But you come over here and they be trying to tear you up. It's a game, man. You know, like old Dick Gregory say, it's a game. It's a game. Huh? All right, so anyway, Ernest says, let's see, DeWright says, when they restructure Taysom, will one of his incentives be kicking X? I hope not, man. We got Will Lutz, bro. We got real Lutz. All right, Alpha says, just trade Gadget Boy to Houston and get a real QB. They got some people that will take him, bro. I don't think the Saints going to get rid of him, though, fam. I don't think they would. All right, Willie says, Saints need to pull the trigger on Chalk. Either one of them will be fantastic for me, bro. Those are super fast wide receivers that will light up the field. You talking about pushing Jameis, throwing that ball, man, them guys will be right there. What's up, Brandon Doc Davis is in the building. What's up, brother? Brandon says, focus on center and the right side of the D-line. We good with Winston, which will be the most, he says, will be the most budget decision. So the best, I got you. Another lockdown man to man the corner. So you think we need another cornerback opposite of Laddie Daddy? Brandon, let me know, bro. I mean, you don't feel Adebo's a guy? Adebo did good last year. Alpha says Wilson and Cooper play the same position. Wilson is cheaper. Yeah. That's true. All right. Yeah, I'm interested to see what you say. What's up, Travis? Who that to you? Kenny, I see you, fam. Kenny Sutton, who that to you? Yeah, they gonna hate, Tim. Haters gonna hate. T Dirty, what's up, baby? Good to see you, fam. Hope you all right. Says waiting on the roof at the door. Good Lord, man. I hope you all right, bro. Waiting on the roof. You know T Dirty, a true family member, man. T Dirty on the roof listening to the show. There you go, baby. T Dirty on the roof. All right. So much love to the fam, man. Yeah, DJ Phil Cole. Huh? Remember that, man? It's a game. It's a game. That's that old Dick Gregory, man. Did a lot of work for people, man. He said a lot of stuff. A lot of good knowledge came from Dick Gregory, man. Peace to that brother. All right. Yeah, I was listening to him, what was a couple days ago, man. And the guy was asking him a question. And he pissed Dick Gregory off, and Dick Gregory got on. He cussed him out and everything. I said, yeah, man. I was like, yeah. You better watch it. All right, Travis says, oh yeah, you do. He says, you do. He says, oh yeah, you do about Bama Athletics doing dumb stuff like driving drunk and betting while you're being playing. Really, I hadn't heard any of that. I ain't heard any of that. But do they lose their people? Do their people get suspended like ours get suspended? Is stuff swirling around on them? All right, Mask Up says, Mask Up Podcast, my power went out and my live stream just got power back up. Who that? All right, fam, sorry to hear that, bro. Keelan says Adebo is our number 2. We don't need another 2. All right, yeah, I like Adebo too, man. I think, I mean, you can probably, I think you're probably thinking about somebody as maybe a depth piece is what you're saying, Brandon? I mean, just let us know. Adada says, time will tell if Pittsburgh, they hardly ever trade for anyone. Yeah, but that don't seem like a bad bet for the Steelers. The surrender to get a Deshaun Watson, that keeps them pretty relevant as opposed, because I know they don't want to start from the ground up anyway. Very few people want to unless they forced to. If you can get a guy that knows your system, like the Saints can get Jameis Winston, and then you draft a guy like Ritter or, I don't think Pickett's going to be there. Maybe the quarterback I did my first mock, he'll be there. But, you look at some of these guys, be like, okay, you want to draft sign Jameis for 3 years, draft the quarterback to have up under him, and then let him learn the position. And once Jameis leaves, you can then slide this guy in here and he knows your system and you keep the winning going. That should be the ideal model. We didn't do that with Drew Brees. We got lucky. We brought in veterans like a Teddy Bridgewater who already been around the block 2 or 3 times. Jameis Winston, who been around the block a few times. We've seen that happen. Yeah, Tyrone. What's up, Tyrone? T-Bone says last year was just a setback for a comeback. Who that, Big Q? Who that to you, Tyrone? Yeah, we won 9 games this year. We should have beat the New York Giants. That would have gave us a 10 win in the playoff. But regardless, we know what we need to work on. It's very clear. It's crystal, isn't it, fam? The offense needs help. Every level, every room in the offense needs help. And if you draft really well and pick the right players, and then you go into free agency and you go after players that can help you, like we talk about Gallup and even Marquez Veldon Scantlin's another guy you can throw. You might have some of these young guys, a wide receiver or two you can bring in there. Whoever you draft, and you draft and running back, or maybe you can find one cheap in free agency that can help out. With Alvin Kamara being out, with Mark Ingram and Tony Jones Jr. and whoever they're getting the undrafted free agency range, we good at that too. That will help. Maybe a tight end, a veteran tight end that can help out the room. I'm not really big on Nick Vannett. We could use some tight ends to help steady that room. We can use depth pieces there. I'm not so certain that the offensive line returns the same way. We know Ramczyk, good chance he occupied a blindside position because of the money, and he's the best offensive lineman you have. And usually you put him at the blindside tackle position. You got Pete and McCoy operating. There's where you got Pete as a guard and McCoy as a center. Do you keep Cesar Ruiz at guard? Who's your new right tackle? Is it Hurst? Does Pete slide to right tackle? Is it Landon Turnan's opportunity? See, they have to settle that. And then once you get to that, then you can start filling in the depth pieces behind it. I'm not big on Kelvin Throckmorton. He looked simply awful. I'm not big on Ethan Greenwich, even though they re-signed him. These are cheap options. But, these guys have to improve, and you still have to bring in competition to push these guys. So if you think about it, like I said, you need help at every level in the offense. And defensively speaking, you can need some help in the secondary, specifically at the safety position, which would be something I would definitely look at. And interior defensive line could use some help. That's why I took a big defensive tackle there. Saints did sign Jalen Dalton, who was showing up in preseason and camp before he got hurt. But that's 2 back-to-back years hurt with the same injury. So how can you count on him? You see what I'm saying? You got to show me that you can be counted on. So, that's a big part of it. So we'll see how it all shakes moving forward, man. We just keep getting these issues with it. I don't know what's going on with it, with the blurring up or whatever on the screen. All right, so yeah. 504 Coach says Dick Gregory go off in a split second on. Yeah, he would, man. He got to that age where he was old and ornery. He'd go off on you quick. All right, Eric says CBS Sports has Amari Cooper trade to Browns Big Q. Yeah, I seen it. I before I came on, bro. I seen that via ESPN. I was looking at it. That had occurred where they were sending Amari Cooper to the Browns, and Landry was looking for a trade partner. They gave Landry an opportunity to go look for a trade. And according to some of the news that they're saying, they're trying to give the Panthers are a heavy pursuit of Deshaun Watson. They plan on being aggressive. Them people don't know what they're doing. Poor Rashard and Dave, man. I know the brothers listen to the stream, man. I just feel so sorry for them brothers because them people out there don't know what they're doing, man. They got Sam Darnold sitting up there with $19 million. Nobody wants him. He's stuck up there. And then you're going to go get another quarterback that costs $35 million. So you're going to have $50+ million in quarterbacks sitting up there. They don't know what they're doing. But still in all, Deshaun Watson is a lot better than Sam freaking Darnold, man. Poor guys. All right, Mario says, put Cesar Ruiz at center and Eric. Yeah, I know it, Mario. I've been saying that, bro. I've said that. Now, could you explain why you would do that? Because I said that, and some family members didn't know where I was coming from. I was explaining that yeah, you need to put Cesar Ruiz at center. Like, why would you do that when Eric McCoy is a really good offensive? He's a good center. And I said, well, because Cesar Ruiz was drafted to be a center, and we never played him exclusively at the center position unless injuries occurred. We never kept him there so he can develop. And the guy is not a guard. That's why he looks awful. He's like, well, he don't look too good at the center. That's understandable, being that he doesn't play it consistently. You got to allow him to stay at the center position, learn the center position, play the center position to see if he has. But this is his 3rd year. You're going to have to find out if the guy could play. He stinks as a guard. I'm sorry, he does. And that was the fault of Coach Payton, because Coach Payton stubbornly refused to keep the man at center. You drafted the man at center. My question is, you never showed any signs of playing the guard position. They had guards available that were ranked higher than him. Why did you take the guard if you wanted a guard? But then when they drafted him later on, he said, well, we want to see him at the center position. When he drafted him, I played it to show when they drafted him, when he was talking about Ruiz and people was asking him, why would you take a center? What's up with that? Don't you feel like you need defense? And he came out and said that Cesar Ruiz is a center. We like him a lot. He solidified. He was talking about him playing center. He made no mention of him playing the guard position. Then when training camp came, he changed his tune and said, I wanted to see what McCoy looks like. Put one in the chat if you remember that. I'm like, you won't see what McCoy look like. What are you talking about? We know what McCoy looks like at the center position. And then he said, I'm going to play McCoy. And then that training camp, he played McCoy for like 3 weeks. He was supposed to switch him back and forth, but he kept playing him for like 3 weeks. What was it? No, hold on. Yeah, he gave him like a week no, it was days. I'm sorry, not weeks. It was days that he gave McCoy. He's supposed to switch him back and forth, but he let McCoy stay at the center position for like, what was it, about 10 straight practices? Because they were both to flip him. He's supposed to flip him back and forth. But then when he finally decided to put Ruiz at center, Ruiz started playing the center, didn't look bad playing the center, and then he got hurt. Then he shelved the whole experiment and then kept McCoy at the center position for the rest of the duration. That's what happened. That's how it happened. No, you know what you got at the center position with McCoy. You know that. Why would you need to see more of McCoy? So, I mean, it's just one of those things where he just did not want to interrupt what was going on with the team. But eventually you see Ruiz slide back in there and play when the guy was hurt, and he did a decent job. But the thing is, he looks better as center because he's comfortable there because that's his position. He was drafted in the first round as a center. He's not a guard. The man is not. And you can see when he struggles at it mightily. Not everybody could pull off an Andrews Pete, get drafted as a tackle. Then he was drafted, he was a blindside tackle. You move him to right tackle. And then when injuries occurred, then you move him back to left tackle. And he said, well, we got Ramczyk and Teron Armstead. We're going to put you at right guard. Oh, my bad, we're going to put you at left guard. And then you learn that, and then you go and then while you learn the left guard, you slide to right, and then when you learning that, then you slide the blind side tackle every time Teron Armstead gets hurt. This is what happened. Not everybody could become a Pro Bowler with all that kind of movement. And Cesar Ruiz time is ticking. It's a first-round draft pick. This is his 3rd year. You got to figure him out and see if he can play the center position. And if he can play the center position, with a first-round draft pick invested in him, we got to say that he's a failure. But we can't, we know he's not a good guard, and I'm saying he looks bad because he's playing out of position. The man is not a guard. He's a center. Give him an opportunity to learn the center position. Let him learn that. All right, thank y'all, fam. Yes, thank y'all. See, the ones have it. Travis says, get the Cowgirls a 4th-round pick for Landon. I remember the Saints were looking at Collins. Remember that? They were interested, but Dallas went and got Collins. They were high on Collins. But I don't know what kind of contract Collins got, so I might have to do a little research on that. Yeah, Gidry says Ruiz got hurt in camp, changed everything. Yeah, I know. That's what I just said. He got hurt. And he scrapped it. But remember, that was the first year. The second year, he never revisited it again. He was supposed to revisit it in the second year, but he just decided, just the hell with it. I'm going to force feed you into a guard. He never revisited, and the only time Ruiz did slide back after that was due to injury, where they had to put him in the position. You remember certain games where they had other guys playing the center position, and it wasn't Ruiz. I scantly remember games when we seen other guys, undrafted guys, sliding into the guard. When McCoy gets hurt, other guys playing the center position, and they keeping Ruiz at the right guard position. Like, what the hell is this? You can't do that. The guy, you put a 1st-round draft pick in that guy, you got to see if he can fill out that position. You got to let him learn that job. So that's what I'm saying. Do the Saints fix that? Do they put Ruiz at the center, at the position he was drafted in? If that's the case, then McCoy kicks out the guard. Then who's the blindside tackle is more than likely Ramczyk. Who's the other tackle? Because they do have the option to move Andrews Pete back to tackle if they want. They do have the option to put Hurst there if they want, and Landon Young could be a guy, and the Saints could draft somebody. Or they can go into free agency and probably find somebody that might try to compete for the position. But as far as I'm saying, that's the 3 options that you have currently on the table. You it's either Andrews Pete kicks out there, it's either James Hurst, or it's either Landon Young. I mean, those are the 3 options. I mean, unless the Saints get crazy and draft a guy in the 1st round, I think those are the three guys that you're looking at. So there is going to be movement on the offensive line. I don't know if people realize that or not, but they're not settled, not even close to settled on the offensive line. Not even close. J-Rock says, if you're the Steelers, you've got the defending AFC champs and a former NFL MVP in your division. They better pull the trigger on Deshaun. They probably will, bro. It won't be us, though. Ro, what's up? Ro says, Cam, Onyemata, Passanio, Davenport, backed up by Granderson, Dalton, Roach, and Peyton Turner. Yeah, the Saints' defensive line is awesome, bro. Jalen Dalton, he hopefully can stay healthy. He the big nose tackle. Wouldn't be upset if the Saints did pick up a nose tackle in the free agent period as well. Text saying who that to you, fam. Say I don't care. He said I don't care what everyone think, but I'm glad that Sean Payton is gone. All right, text saying all right. All right, we thank you for your thoughts. I don't know, we wasn't talking about Payton, but thank you for your thoughts. Oh, you made the point. Okay, I got the point. I got you, text saying. K Dot, what's up, baby? Says Collins' contract is $10 million. Okay. I don't know, man. We'll see, bro, because they gonna need somebody gonna be new there. Thank you, Travis. Travis has subscribed, and much love to brother Travis Young. Thank you, and welcome to the family members. Thank you, and brother Dedrick as well, Dedrick Allen, and brother Travis Young, all the new family members. Thank y'all for hitting the subscribe button, family. Welcome to the fam. Appreciate y'all. All right, yeah. So yeah, we got some stuff to figure out, but listen, fam. It's looking pretty good for the black and gold, to be honest with you, man. We gonna ultimately, I don't think family members need to be worried too much. I think Jameis Winston is looking for a multi-year deal. The Saints eventually will sign him, and I think he will ultimately re-sign with the Saints. It'll probably be a deal anywhere between maybe $6 to $8 million per season. A 3-year deal, because he lost a longer deal there. So, I mean, we'll see how it all shakes moving ahead. Let me share this article with the family members, man. My stuff is not looking too good here. I'm going to see if I can just kind of log out and then come back in. Let me share this with you here. And this is the article right here from USA Today saying the 4 teams leading the pursuit of Deshaun Watson. They picked up pretty fast. As Mike Jones from USA Today. Who? Mike Jones. All right, and this is his conversation saying in the wake of the grand jury decision, he has the criminal charges against Deshaun Watson, none of them being levied, despite civil suits and 10 criminal complaints from women who alleged sexual misconduct. Trade interest in the quarterback has started to heat up. Now, Carolina, Cleveland, New Orleans, and Seattle have expressed the strongest interest in Watson. 2 people with knowledge of the situation told USA that the people spoke on condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to publicly discuss the situation. Other teams include the Bucks could wind up joining the pursuit of the 3-time guy. The Houston Texans resisted the urge to trade Watson last year after he remained adamant that he no longer wanted to play for the team because of his displeasure with ownership and the management. So this is an article right here saying that the Saints are in hot pursuit. Houston officials said they were ready to move on from Watson, but still want to be handsomely compensated. So there you go. Thank you, Brother Dada. Brother Dada said, just a thought, since Peyton gone, will the Saints stop picking projects? If so, will DA rather bring in his own QB? If so, that's why we hear Trubisky, Jimmy G, Watson, Teddy in conversation. Just a thought. Thank you, Brother Dada, for that. And it could be something. This is Dennis Allen's squad. We anticipate him to do some things differently. He might have an interest on guys that he like. Yeah, you got a point on there. Thank you, Brother Dada. Okay, fam, so this is pretty much the article that USA Today is putting out and saying that, according to them, the 4 teams leading the pursuit of Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson. And this one happened 12:53 today. So you can see this is not too long ago that they wrote this article and saying people in hot pursuit are leading pursuit. And look at you, expressed the strongest interest in Watson is the Panthers, Browns, Saints, and Seahawks for him. So take that as you were. Are we looking at some surprising going on? Is there a bit of surprising about to happen here in the Who Dat Nation? Are we going to be shocked? Are we heading for a shock fest, fam? Is that what's going on? Ultimately, I say no. I think we end up with Jameis Winston. But the black and gold, man, they got several news articles that's coming out saying that the Saints are, just asking about the guy. If it's just asking, it's just asking. But if it's anything else than that, I don't know. I still say Jameis though, fam. I'm still gonna ride with Jameis, man. But like in the NFL, any and everything can happen, fam. So, we'll see how it all works. Teron Armstead says not closing the door on an older return. I don't want to rule out the Saints, but when the money started to talking, you're gonna definitely be ruling out somebody, brother Teron. The Saints don't have the money to match no 20 million, even 15, 18, or whatever it is. They don't have it, baby. They ain't gonna be able to match it. So you got to get ready to lose him. All right. So with that being said, fam, listen. All right. Just checking out the latest news right here on Jameis. We're gonna see how it all shakes and bakes moving forward, man. But the Saints, according to I just seen several articles saying that the Saints are, maybe it's just inquiring, but they saying hot pursuit of them or a strong interest in them. We'll see, fam. We'll see. Anything can happen. I'm still saying I hope it's Jameis. But then again, man, we'll see, man. The Deshaun Watson is the guy. All right, Texas fan says Deshaun staying in Texas. There's no chance the Saints will get Watson. He's our QB. I hope you tell that to your GM. The GM doing everything to move him up out of there. Deshaun Watson, he's doing everything he can to move him up out there, bro. I mean, he might be y'all QB right now. But in a little bit, look like he's going to be somebody else's QB. Tramal says, Q, don't let English whip your butt stay. Anonymity. Whatever. Youngblood says, maybe I'm in the minority, but I'm not glad Peyton is gone. He's responsible for making the Saints relevant. He deserves props for that. All right. Thank you, Youngbloods. What's up, Delcom? Says, not Teddy. We will be going backwards. Okay. Swag says, Alabama gets skipped for 20 years until everyone can catch up. What's up, Mike from Hold'em Hook TV? What's up, fam? John says, Big Q, I wonder who's going to be the draft day scandal. I remember Laramie Tunsil was smoking on that bong that day, and he dropped big time, but he eventually on his contract got that big money. So yeah, it took a while, but he stayed with it, man. And our boy, I remember Lyle Collins, what happened to him. Yeah, it happens every year, fam. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. All right. What's up, Hi? Hi says, if we can't sign Jameis Winston, don't be surprised if we get Teddy Bridgewater. Both quarterbacks the Saints have familiarity with, Jameis Winston and Teddy Bridgewater. But according to reports, family, they're saying that the Saints are in pursuit of Deshaun Watson. We heard a lot of crazier stuff happened in this league, especially this year when you see the movement of the quarterback position. You've seen several trades that occurred this year with quarterbacks. You've seen Aaron Rodgers locking up with Green Bay. You've seen Seattle flip Russell Wilson over there to Denver. You've seen the Colts get from a ball for Carson Wentz, shipped him out to Washington. So you've seen some QB trade motions. Could that be something that I know eventually Deshaun gets traded, but the Saints are in pursuit? Realistically speaking, they're saying these reports. I don't think he gets there, but you never can tell when it comes down to these people. Let me tell you, man, you never know how it is in the NFL. It's crazy, man. So yeah, he might have something on that. No, Nurse, I do not mind getting Jameis at all. Yeah, we can, if we bring Jameis Winston back, fam, I think we'll be fine, man. That's one of my things. That's what I'm kind of looking for, is getting Jameis Winston back to keep the ball going, just giving him some weapons, you know what I'm saying? Adding weapons around him. All right, Ramil says he's going to Carolina. Okay, thank you. All right, what else we got there? J-Rock says, to the Texans fan, has Deshaun Watson decided against forcing a trade? I mean, he wants it, from what I'm saying, he wants out of there. Tony says, there a chance that your team may be interested in QB Jimmy Garoppolo? Yeah, we talked about that, and perhaps like a fallback option if Jameis Winston goes somewhere else, they can't come to agreement with him. They were sniffing around, asking what it'll take for them to have to trade for Jimmy Garoppolo. Is it the same type of interest? Because it seems to be a different level of interest in Deshaun Watson once he cleared his legal issues. The ones that get you put in jail, he still got the civil stuff to be concerned about, but that is merely money. Omaha KC Kings, Deshaun Watson, the 49ers are Colts, both ready-made teams. And true, they got better cap situation than the Saints, so it would, from a economic standpoint, make sense for those teams because they're in better straits than the Saints is. And we're just $5 million right now, but we still have a lot of stuff to fix. You know, we still got a lot of stuff to fix. Jamal says Watson would come down here and go on Bourbon Street and get more assault charge. He just got to keep his ass up out of Bourbon Street. J-Rock said he going to the Steelers. Yeah, a lot of family members think that's better options for him than us. Pelicans Nose says, Big Q, you know something that's going on with the Saints when they restructured Marshawn Lattimore's contract. They're trying to land someone big. They might be swinging for the fences. I won't poo-poo too much of anything right now, fam. It's Deion. Travis says, yo, Big Q, Deion Jones is going to get traded. What? Is that something new? I didn't hear that. Thank you, Dottie. Says, remember in DA introduction of being the head coach, he said, I quote, I want a winner, meaning a QB. Jimmy G, Teddy, Watson are winners. Just a thought. Thank you for that, Dottie. Thank you for your super chat, fam. You might, and like I said, you got a point, man, on what you're saying. And they're sniffing around them for a reason. If they didn't think that Jameis was the guy, you know, some of this interest might not be as strong as we thinking it is, but we'll see how it all goes, bro. But yeah, they got a lot of moves that's getting ready to get done, man. The Eagles made Kels the highest paid center. The Raiders gave a 4-year, $95 million deal to Max Crosby, their defensive lineman. The Falcons then trimmed some money off of Ryan Matty Icy Hots. Let me see here. Yeah, they're trying to get some money, free up some money right there. So yeah, they're making moves now to get ready. Yeah, Matt Ryan's contract lowering his salary down to $37 million. So the Falcons trying to clear up some money. I see some of the stuff they're doing. I also see the Cowboys gave La'el Collins permission to find a trade partner. The same is said about Landry up in Cleveland, and the Panthers are aggressively going after Deshaun Watson. So we'll see. Jesse, thank you, fam. Jesse Jackson, keep hope alive. Says my thoughts are the trade. Saints trade for Watson would be the 3 first-round picks with Davenport, Ruiz, and Bourne. But Bourne wasn't a first-round pick. Bourne was a third-round pick. You know, so yeah, you would have to throw another first round in. Watson would be 3 first-round picks, Davenport, Ruiz, and Bourne. But Bourne was a third-round pick. So you got to throw another guy in there. All right. Yeah, we shall see. Tell him, Donald. We shall see, fam. Nola says, if I was a player, I'm avoiding teams from California. If Watson goes to Pittsburgh, that opens the door for Willis from Liberty. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I do like the Willie kid. Travis says, BQ, are you ready for I am ready for the USFL, bro. We're going to be doing the games. And I am ready for some. When they start playing, I think it's, when is it? April 16th? I think it's mid-April. Either 15 or 16 of April. Yes, I am. I'm ready for some summer pro football, man. And we got our own squad, the New Orleans Breakers. Yes, I am excited, Travis. I like a lot of family members, man. I'm excited. All right. Jerome says, put Peyton on there. He is a first. Yeah, and you know what? Let's factor in the fact that once Coach Peyton comes back, wherever he goes, we'll get first-round draft picks for his compensation as well. So we'll still get some picks. So if we have the Dally out picks, with that being out, let's add that to the equation. Let me give that to the Great Saint Think Tank for Dirk out. Let me ask you guys that. What do you guys think about that motion? Now, is the thinking, remember, we got Coach Peyton. He should be coming back to football next, not this upcoming year, but the following year, 2023. Now, if the Saints, and I'm just saying, it's just a thought. I'm just a thought here, is that if the Saints want Deshaun Watson, they want all these picks. Do you think the Saints are thinking about the picks that they'll get once Coach Peyton comes back, which will be several first rounders, several second round picks, similar to what happened with Coach Chucky, John Gruden, when the Raiders shipped him to Tampa Bay? Are they thinking about that? Let me put that on y'all mind. Tell me about what you think about that. Because if you say, man, if we give them all these picks, where all these picks gonna come from? Could that possibly be in the thought process? Could that possibly be in the thought process for the Saints if they do trade for him? This just I hear you, Tex fan. I hear you, Tex fam. I'm just a question to the people. Is that in the thought process of the Saints, or are they thinking about a trade with Watson? Let's say they are. You know, just for the heck of the argument or for the conversation. Let's say that they're thinking about trading for Watson. What if they had thinking about capitulating the picks that they get with Coach Payton, which should be 2 first rounders and 2 second rounders, right? Huh? Is that in there? Just asking. I'm just asking, because that makes it. Don't that create a whole new dynamic if you put that in there? You see what I'm saying? Does that factor in? I'm gonna just leave that on y'all mind there, because the Saints know Coach Payton he knows he's coming back, and that won't been 2023. He's coming back. The Saints are gonna get 2 first rounders and 2 second rounders. That's the standard for trading for a coach to whatever team he goes to. Could that be a factor in what's going on right now? Just saying. Big Bull says, Big Q, you know the Saints thinking 3 seasons ahead. We don't owe Sean Payton no favors. Let's get them picks. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Now, just coming from that thought process, how do you see it now for the family members out there? Does that change your thinking on this whole situation? Think about that, because it does indeed add a special veneer on top of everything else, doesn't it? The Saints are capitulating the picks for Payton in 2023. What the hell they care about the first rounders or whatnot if they got the picks to give? You see? Just throwing that at y'all, fam. Just throwing that at you. All right, Pelicans. Nola says, Big Q, you just nailed it. Hit the ham on it. I'm just thinking, this could be a factor in the thing. If you still got that Payton card, and he said 2023, he'll be coming back. He's not coaching for us. Somebody wants him, and somebody gonna give up a hefty price tag to get him. So that'll be draft compensation. And like I said, Coach Chucky is the floor. He's the example of what you would get, which they got the Buccaneers. The Raiders got 2 first rounders, 2 second rounders for Coach Payton. For Coach Gruden. That's what they did. So we'll see. Anyway, I know what Mocha says, he's a generational talent. That could be why the Saints are reaching for him. Because he would definitely, what does he look like with Mike Thomas, Alvin Kamara, and all this kind of stuff? It would just be it'd just be kind of crazy. I can't really close the door on it totally because of all of the stuff that we've been through this past offseason. We've seen Coach Payton step away from the football that got you knocked on your butt. You got all this other stuff occurred. All this other stuff started happening. Alvin Kamara stuff. It's just been a whirlwind this offseason. The Deshaun Watson thing could be another veneer to it, another cherry on top of it. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot, man, going on, man. So we just have to watch and see which direction it's taking, because I'm seeing reports, man, several reports that them people saying that the Saints are in the top 4 going after Deshaun Watson. Top 4 going after him. So we're just going to watch and see what happens here, and it'll be over in the next 5 days. So we don't have to prolong this thing. It'll be over in the next 5 days. Somebody going to get him, and we'll see. Chances are it might. I'm thinking it's not going to be us because I want Jameis, but the Saints are interested in Deshaun Watson, man. They really are. They might be motivated to get him. We'll see. We'll see. They saying they up there. We'll see. But anyway, with that being said, what's up, B-boy? Much love to the fam. Appreciate you. What's up, Tony? Who that to you says, no, that's not happening. The Falcons are not going to trade down and draft defensive end tackle with their first round draft pick. That's old regime's way of thinking. And not this new regime. Yeah, they trying to. You said you heard that Deion Jones was getting traded. That's a new one right there. That'd be intriguing. I don't see that on there, but it might not have broke yet or whatever. Might be on Twitter or whatever. It might be in concept. All right. Yeah. All things work for good. Thank you, Debbie. All right. B-boy Loretto says Seattle fan here, but if you guys got Watson, be better than anyone else, in my opinion. Yeah, well, you just lost Russell Wilson, fam. So, who y'all going to get up there, B-boy? Who y'all looking at, man? Y'all could be looking. Y'all named as one of the teams looking at Deshaun Watson. So, we'll see how it all looks moving forward, man. We'll see. It's all going to be fun watching it. All right. So with that being said, oh, Lori, did you have a birthday? Happy birthday to you, Lori. Happy who that birthday to Lori. Much love to the queen. Appreciate you, Lori. Happy birthday to you, queen. Much love. All right. I appreciate all y'all, man, for being in the stream, man. This stream, we go. Listen, fam. I appreciate you guys for being. Yeah, he says you guys should see the Panthers live chat. They so hostile. They've been losing, man. They upset. We laid back over here, man. Yeah, they hostile, man. You say one wrong thing, they're going to throw you out of there, man. Nah, man, the Who That Nation is laid back, man. As long as people don't come in here talking crazy, man, we can talk. And they got a lot of family members that's not Saints people that just enjoy the talk. They enjoy the vibe of the show. You know, you are welcome here. But I'm going to tell you something. They got some sharpshooters all over this. You start talking crazy, man. They start shooting at you, man, in the chat, man. It's crazy. All right, so anyway, man, Melvin says Houston wants players too. We have the players. Okay, that's cool. All right, so with that being, let's wish Lori a happy B-Day, man. Much love to Lori, man. Much love to Lori. Hope you have a beautiful birthday, Lori. Much love, queen. All right, so with that being said, man, listen, I appreciate y'all for being on the stream. Okay, he says, KK says True Q is all around Atlanta about the Deion Jones trade. Hold on, let me look that up right quick. Hold on, give me just a second, then I'm going to get off the stream here. Hold on, let me look up the Deion. Where is he going? Because I know the family just broke about it. Wow. Okay. That's weird. I don't see nothing on it. That'd be real funny. I thought they restructured this deal. See, I'm not. They support. Didn't he get a deal, a restructuring on this deal? What would they? All right. Well. All right. Well, that's. I hope we'll see, man. How it is. That's. They trying to change it up in Atlanta. They tired of all that losing out there. Trying to switch it up. Get some help there, which means that's why the Saints got to keep handling the business. But anyway, fam, listen, I appreciate y'all for chiming in on this episode of the show. Much love to y'all. Y'all continue to have a beautiful Saturday. I'm going to holler at y'all later. I'm going to check on this stuff and see what's going on over here. But anyway, much love to the fam. Hit the like button. Feel free to share the show on your social media feed. And I'm going to holler at you guys later. Much love to y'all. Who that? And I'm out.
Yeah. Well, all right. Like you always say, welcome, welcome, welcome. #1 sports talking D. We ain't like the Falcons, we won't blow the lead. Look, all we talk is who that, who got cut and who back. Rookies and the vets, players you should look at. It's the sports coma, you don't wanna miss it. Got the pre-game, party, post-game statistics. Get a visit from Sway, maybe DC or 5. It's the hottest thing smoking, Big Q and the guys. Go to YouTube Live, make sure you subscribe. Interviews inside the Saints locker room high. Talk to Drew, Jordan, Zach, Peyton, New Orleans, Who That Nation. Best believe when I say we bleed gold and black. Ain't a miracle or rivalry could ever hold us back. No, Beastquake, Bounty Gate, let the truth be told. It's the sports coma, all we know is Saints Super Bowl. Yeah.
You're listening to the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys on the PRO Media Network.
Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gon' beat them Saints? Who that?
Daily whothatdaily.com. That's right, the whothatdaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who Dat and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, whothatdaily.com is your site. The whothatdaily.com for the sport Who Dat in all of us.